Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is another Godfather of Harlem, Season 4, episode recap. And we are going to spend some time talking about the ending of this episode. Because, wow, Joe Colombo, points for him. He had this set up real nice, but we're going to talk about it before we hop into the episode. If you haven't, go ahead and give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe on the channel. Let's jump right in. We start this episode at Club Sinclair and we notice that Bumpy has taken Frank Lucas under his wing. Um, his pals don't really like it. They still ain't really feeling Frank like that. They still don't trust him with good reason. I understand. Frank ain't really proven himself to be trustworthy, but I think that he's learning that this is a place that he needs to be and he needs to allow himself to open up and have that allyship and support system that he did not have before. So Frank Lucas is on his best behavior. So much best behavior that he notices somebody sneaking up on Bumpy. Just so happens Bumpy is being served some papers because they trying to take the club away from your boy. They gave him some papers and said, "Hey, um, you didn't obtain this legally." They trying to say that Marshall was coerced into signing over the property, which of course we all know is BS. And every time Bumpy thinks that he's getting ahead, what happens? And it really pisses him off because he really thought that he had something going with Club St. Clair. He was trying to provide jobs in the community. He wants to live his life right and be a legit businessman. And at every corner, it's always something. Joe Colombo is out here talking about Italian American rights as he still feels like they have been oppressed by the man. No, Joe Colombo, you be doing illegal stuff and they know it. They just ain't got enough evidence to kind of put you behind bars yet. They just putting the hammer down on you to let you know we see you because you are fresh out of prison and you still out here committing crimes. But Bumpy goes to Joe Colombo because he's like, hey, we are paying you. And these people are trying to take the club away. And Joe Colombo's like, oh, I know. Well, Stroud offered us a better deal. So me and the families, we cool with it. The best thing you could do is take the offer. Because basically, Stroud was like, hey, if you sell us the club, we'll pay you for it. You're going to get paid handsomely. Bumpy don't want just the money from the club. He wants Club St. Clair. And Joe Colombo was like, just go ahead and take the money because we're not going to fight Stroud over this, Bumpy, and you shouldn't either. Then, of course, Whoopi Goldberg plays Bumpy's accountant in the series, and he goes to talk to her like, what is a good money move for this? And she said, for you, taking the money would be great because, it'll put a decent piece of change in your pocket. But if you sell them this building, they are not going to put jobs back into our community. And that's just it. And not only that, they're probably just going to gentrify it and start moving our people out of that area. You already know what's going to happen. That's the reason why you buy the property anyway, because you know what they're about to do. So if you want a financial come up, it might be a good thing. But in the long run, for the community that you said that you represent and you trying to fight hard for, it's not going to work out the way that they're trying to make it seem like it's going to be. And of course, Bumpy's like, I feel you on that because at the end of the day, even though he might have this money, he was trying to do something, like he said, for us, by us. Now, y'all remember Teddy, right? Stella's man in the show that passed away. Y'all know he always wanted a brother. I always wanted a brother. Y'all know Kelvin was, he was Teddy before he was Mufasa's brother Scar. Well, his little brother decides he wants to join the draft. And at this point in time, uh, joining the military meant you're going to be fighting in the Vietnam War. And Teddy's mom was like, oh no, I can't lose two sons. But her youngest son, Jerome, is like, I want to fight for my country. And his mom is like, you won't be going over there to fight for the country. My boy, it's a death sentence, okay? And I've already lost you. I lost your dad, which who was in the military as well. It's like, you all I got left, and you don't have to do this. But he's convinced that he needs to go over there and fight. But she doesn't want him to. She's like, he's not ready. It's too far. It's a dangerous situation. She talks to Mamie like, we need to help convince him to not go. And what does Mamie do? Let's tap into the resources and call in the champ. The champ is here. We hadn't seen the champ since what, season two? They brought in Muhammad Ali. And y'all know culturally, because Godfather of Harlem is like loosely based on some actual events, Muhammad Ali did dodge the draft, and when he did that, they stripped him of all of his titles and things like that. They even tried to take away the fact that he was a champ. He wasn't able to do any more boxing matches and all of that. And he was like, and I'll do it again because ain't nobody in Vietnam did nothing to me. But over here in America is where I'm getting the most disrespect. And he tries to sit and have a conversation with Jerome about why it wouldn't be a good idea and that you can value your life here and value your community right here. You don't have to go overseas to prove a point. Well, it didn't work. Um, Jerome is hard headed. So his mom went to go and talk to Stella. And it's like, Stella, you told me if I ever needed anything, I could come to you. Like, can you help me get him out and across the state, United States over there to Canada? Like, can we send him over there to Canada so that he does not have to, um, go overseas and fight this war? And not only does Stella have this on her plate because she feels like she owes Jerome's mom because of everything that happened with Teddy was technically because interracial relationship back in the day get you killed. And she's like, I gotta help her. Not not only is she dealing with this, but Joe Colombo also comes to Stella with an offer. He's like, hey, things about to change out here in these streets. Now, I'm about to make you an offer you can't refuse. Let's go ahead and get married. And she's like, I don't love you. And Joe said, I don't care about none of that. Okay. I know what you're doing out here in these streets. You trying to be like a queen pin out here, trying to take over for your dad. I'm over here. I'm making some moves, okay? It's about to be something big that goes down. You want to align yourself with me for the greater good, Stella. So she's over here thinking, okay, what is Joe Colombo up to with this proposal? Now, mind you, she was also actually courthouse married to that one guy who got taken out. So Teddy got taken away from her. The other guy got taken away from her. And now Joe Colombo is like, you want to get married. And Stella's like, all I really wanted to do was take over the drug business from my dad. Like, that's it. Now, here we go with this foolishness all over again. Well, the Italians was not trying to help Jerome because they're like, he's not part of this family. If it ain't the five families, Stella, we're not doing it. Stella's like, you know what? Maybe there's another resource. And Stella and Jerome's mom go over there to the Black Panthers where Elise is. And it was like, can you all help him, please? And Elise understands because, her parents are real cool with Jerome's mom. And they're like, yes, because they pretty much let them know that there are a few Panthers who were draft dodgers. They're like, we're not fighting this country's war. We know how to kind of get him out of that situation if you need us to. We'll be there for him. Elise agrees and is like, basically what we gonna do is run up on your boy and snatch him off the street, kidnap him, go ahead and take him across lines. Because Teddy's mom said, by any means necessary, get him out of this country. My boy ain't doing no war. They said, you ain't said nothing. We got you. And he was still trying to buck the system. Like, no, I'm not going to Canada. Like, if y'all take me across state lines, I'm just going to come back. And I'm still going to enlist anyway. Like, y'all can't make me do nothing I don't want to do. And by this time, Elise is like, you know what? You're right. We can't make you do anything you don't want to do. But I feel like what you really need is a purpose and a cause to fight for. So how about this, Jerome? Just go on and join the Black Panthers. Since you want to fight for something so bad, come fight with us. Fight right here in America for your own people. How does that sound? And he was like, oh, Black Panthers, you say? Community, you say? Fighting for civil rights, you say? You know what? I could do that. I might can do that. And surprisingly, his mom was like, you know what? Okay, all right. If you're gonna fight, at least you'll be here, and I will know what happened to you. That's fine. So he didn't end up going to Canada. He's not gonna go and join the draft. He said, "All right, let's go, Black Panthers. Welcome. Go and get your boy a black jacket and a black hat, and let's do it." Now, mind you, he seems a bit young and naive, so I don't know how long he's gonna stay in this fight. But power to the people. In trying to get back this property, Bumpy takes Frank Lucas to go see Marshall. He says, "Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Marshall testify and say I obtained the property legally. So therefore, Stroud cannot take it. This affidavit is unethical. We're going to keep this property. Come on, Frank, let's go visit Marshall." They get there, and of course, because and why didn't Bumpy think of this ahead of time? He already told you they made him sign the affidavit. Y'all should have had somebody outside of his door after that. He already said he was scared. So by the time Frank Lucas and Bumpy go pay him a visit, he done already been paid a visit, if y'all know what I mean. And that really tore Bumpy apart because he's like, this happened because of me. I've been trying to get ahead in life. I'm trying to do well for my community. I'm trying to be a legit businessman, and they won't let me. Every time I turn around, it's something. And now Marshall lost his property, lost his life, they lost money. All of this stuff is happening. Frank is being cool though. Frank is just like, I'm sitting back and learning. I don't know what's going on, but whatever it is, Bumpy, I got you back. I'm gonna roll with you. So they decide to, you know what? I'm just gonna take the deal. I'm gonna take the deal. Bumpy says, let's go meet with the Italians. Let's go meet with Joe Colombo and Stroud. I'm gonna get this money, sign the papers, because I'm over it. Nobody else has to die, because they playing dirty at this point. And the whole time, it's taking Bumpy a long time to sign his paper. I thought he was gonna back out of it. Like he did not want to sign that affidavit. He did not want to sign this property over to these people whatsoever. He was not with it. But they gave him the money, and they was just like, just sign your name, Bumpy. That's all you gotta do, sign your name. Listen, soon as he signed that last piece of paper, Joe Colombo said, "All right, y'all, let's get him up out of here." And by that means Stroud popped him right off top of his dome, gone. Get the money back from Dell and them. Cool. Bumpy, you ain't got Club St. Clair no more. You ain't got this money no more. You know what? Go back and take it to the streets because you're good at it. And stop by the club if you want to. Joe Colombo was not playing no games. Bumpy ain't even see it coming. Joe Colombo been plotting on this, I think, since last season when Bumpy and Chin tried to cut Joe Colombo out of the business and got him locked up. And remember when we first seen Joe Colombo, he wanted to work with Bumpy. And by work with Bumpy, he mean work with him in the drug game. Okay, I don't know why he idolized Bumpy so much, but Joe said, I'm going to get what I want. And he did. It might have took him a long time, but all he wanted was to partner up with Bumpy Johnson in the drug game. Why? So all of his dreams that he had, it came true. He forced it to come true, but it came true. Now, Joe, this might not work out for you in the end because Bumpy ain't happy about this. Dale Chance ain't happy about this. Stella gonna find out soon enough, and I don't know if it's gonna be her or Bumpy that tells Chin Gigante what's going on. Joe was real smart with this move, okay? Joe literally made a power move here. It's going to take a lot for Bumpy to make some moves to get him back. He going to have to start plotting heavy. And when I say plotting heavy, he going to have to take Joe Colombo all the way out because that man is too powerful at this point. He's got a lot of people in his pocket. He done got a lot of money and power at this point. And he was 10 steps ahead of Bumpy. And Bumpy is usually ahead of the game because Bumpy does usually play chess. But you know what? Without Malcolm, he ain't had that confidant to lean on, that shoulder to lean on. Chin is gone. That was his other partner while they was in this. Bumpy, you got to come a lot harder because Joe Colombo right now is winning. And now that he's done this with Bumpy, I can't even imagine what he's got planned for the other families. Joe Colombo is not playing with these people. Bumpy, I need you to rise up. Okay, you got the team to do it. I need to see you pull something out of your ass on this one, Bumpy, because we can't let Joe Colombo win like this. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. For me, this is one of the better episodes of the season. I really liked that plot twist at the end. I was here for that because we were all wondering, like, was Bumpy going to be a legit businessman now? No, but Bumpy's going to have to start selling that Doogie again. Now, how he's going to have to start doing this and why he's not going to be happy about it, they're going to have to re-up and go right on back to the basics. And here we go with this illegal stuff. And, you know, Mamie been working real hard to keep Bumpy on the straight and narrow. But when she find out that they about to be broke, at this point, Mamie is tired. Mamie tired. Elise over here with the black. I don't even know how Elise is gonna feel about this because she done joined the Black Panthers now. But you know, she into the violent stuff at this point too. But we will see what happens in episode 9. Again, make sure you all hit like and subscribe to the channel if you have not. We will be recapping episode 9 next week. Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear. No, I can't help but to hear. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a beautiful
Thank you.
wedding.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What a shame. What a shame. Poor groom's bride.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of?
Thank you.
Closing a goddamn door. No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in. Haven't you people ever heard of?
Thank you.
Closing